Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya. And today I'm going to be giving you guys some young adult book recommendations. I've done lots of book recommendations videos on my channel before, which you can find in my playlist called Bookish Vids. But here I am with another young adult book recs. I'll also be saying the age rating that I think the book is suitable for each book. So let's get started. Okay. So, first book is Again But Better. This is a really fun book. I really loved it. I read it in summer, and it's basically about Shane, who her parents want her to become a doctor, but she doesn't want that, and she goes to study abroad and pretends it's like some kind of pre-med program, but for real, it's kind of like a journaling and writing program because she wants to explore that topic more. And I really like this book. It was really fun seeing she and her friends explore a new country, different cities, try out new places, new restaurants, and also with a bit of romance and self-discovery. And I'd say this is probably good for ages 13 plus. The next book recommendation is kind of similar to Again But Better, and it is Anna and the French Kiss. You probably know this. It's like a very, very popular book, and it's also about Anna, who goes to study abroad in Paris because her dad sends her away to a boarding school to make memories, and she's not really happy about that, but when she gets there, she kind of starts loving it. It's really fun also seeing how she explores Paris with her friends, as well as some romance. And yeah, I just love books where they have to study abroad. Just so fun reading about how they explore new places.
The romance.
There are a couple of things that I don't really like about this book, but overall I really enjoyed reading it, like a lot. And I'd say this is for ages 14 plus. Next book recommendation is A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. And here she also goes to a different country. Yes, as I said, I love these kind of books, so I do have quite a bit of them, and I need more. So if you know any good books with like study abroad trope, comment down below. Anyways, after Lila's relationship with her boyfriend kind of falls apart, she's devastated, and then her family sends her to England, Winchester, England. And there she stays at her aunt's hotel restaurant place thing. And also, this book features lots of delicious bakery goods. The whole entire time I was reading this, it was mentioned like croissants, bagels, scones, muffins, like all these delicious things. So warning, you might feel hungry when you're reading this. And there's obviously a romance. And again, she explores England, does lots of baking, romance. It's a really cute and fun book. I'd say this is ages 12/13 plus. Next book recommendation is The Henna Wars. If you have watched my videos before, you know that I raved about this book a bit too much times. Actually, there is no too much times because this book was really fun and really fast-paced and really fun. Yes, it was very fun. And it's a romance between Nisha and Flavia. And I'd say this book is 14 plus. Also, I just realized that all the books I showed so far, the covers were all pink. That was not really planned. I don't really know why all the covers are pink. Maybe because they all have a bit of romance in them. Next book recommendation is Hana Nishi's Guide to Fake Dating. This is by the same author as The Henna Wars, and I love this equally the same. I don't know which one I liked more. I mean, I read this more recently, and they're both really fun. I really enjoyed this one also, and it's also a romance and with lots of really valid points. I'd say this is 13 plus. The next book recommendation is Not Here to Be Like. I read this like a month ago, and I really loved it. It was really fun and easy to read, and the romance was pretty cute. I feel like it's more about her fighting for her right than romance, and I really agreed with this book, especially the feminism parts. I was like, when they were saying some valid points AF, I was like, yes, exactly. An amazing book, and I think it's 14 plus. Next book is Tokyo Ever After. I really enjoyed reading this. So it's about Izumi, and she's like a regular girl, just like nothing special, and then she finds out that her dad is the crown prince of Japan, and it's kind of like the Princess Diaries. And I really loved watching The Princess Diaries. I watched it so much times, all of the movies. So yeah, and this really reminded me of that, and I really loved that. It's really fun, and if you like books about regular girl turns princess overnight, this is the one for you. I laughed a few times throughout this book. If a book can make me laugh, that's like a very good thing. Even though I laugh pretty easily, like it's not really that hard to make me laugh. I'd say this is 12/13 plus. Next book recommendation is Instant Karma by Marissa Mayer, who's one of my favorite authors. Her writing is very good, and this was like her first time, pretty sure, writing a contemporary novel, and I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. It took me a while to read it because I was in a reading slump, but I actually enjoyed taking a while to read this because like stretching out that goodness. Cute romance also. And I'd say that this is 13 plus. plus. It's how she and this dude, who are kind of like enemies, they don't really like each other at school, but then during the summer she interns at an animal rescue center for like the ocean, and they just kind of find themselves being drawn closer together since they both care about the animals. And yeah, I really liked reading it. Next book recommendation is Since You've Been Gone. So these two besties, one of them disappears, the other one doesn't know where she went, but this bestie leaves her a bucket list, and this bestie thinks that by solving that bucket list over the summer, she'll figure out where her best friend went. So it's really fun how she and some other friends do all these fun summer bucket things on the list. Yeah, super fun. It does have a bit of romance, but like it's not the main thing at all, just like a side plot. And I'd say it's 13 plus. Next book rec is The Summer of Broken Rules. It's also a very fun summery book, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but here, I'll just show you the back and you can pause and read. There's also romance. And I liked this, but I didn't really love it, but lots of other people loved it. So maybe it just wasn't that much for me. I still liked it though. But there's also a few sad parts, and I don't like sad books at all. So that was kind of like a negative for me. But some people don't really care about the sad stuff, so you might like this book more than I did. And I'd say it's 13/14 plus. Next book recommendation is Better Than the Movies. This is very cute and fun and funny. And as you can see, it's clearly romance from all that. So in this, yeah. The tropes in this book are kind of like childhood friends to lovers, and also a bit of enemies to lovers. Even though I wouldn't say enemies, they just like kind of don't really agree with each other. So, but it's not really like enemies like it's kind of like more like playful, competitive enemies. Also neighbors to lovers because they live right next door. And I'd say it's 13 plus. Next book rack is I Kissed Shara Willa. At first, this book was kind of boring, not gonna lie. I honestly considered not finishing it and just, I don't know, not finishing it. But I'm glad that it went on, because at the end, it really picked up and it got way more fun. And I now like this book. I was gonna say love, but I actually don't love it. I just like it. And it's kind of about Chloe and Shara, who are school rivals, but it's also kind of romance. It's kind of like academic rivals to lovers. And there is like a clue trail that Chloe has to follow when Shara disappears. So with the help of two other friends, Chloe looks for Shara. I explained it not very well, but you know, you can just search it up and read it if you don't like my explanation. And I'd say this book is 14 plus. And now the last book I'll be recommending today is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. Whenever I say it, I always say it like that. It's just born to say Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. You gotta be like, add a little flair to it. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. This is also about academic rivals, Rowan and Nail. And it also has a lot of really valid feminist points. So it was pretty fun, and some moments were funny. Their interactions between each other made me laugh. But it's rated over here ages 12 plus, and I think that that is not true at all. I think that's supposed to be 15 plus, and it's how they team up together on a senior class scavenger hunt game, which takes place in like all over Seattle. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are all the book recs that I'll be giving today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that it was helpful. You could find some new books you could want to read, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow my socials, including my Goodreads, so you can stay tuned on what I'm currently reading. Also my Instagram and all my socials down below. So subscribe, hit the bell to not miss out on future uploads, and like. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!